Hey, what's up? Okay, so guys, I am back with the rising sign. Okay, so I'm starting a rising sign little series thing. And what I'm gonna be doing is just, giving some typical rising signs approach to life, or what things can surround the rising signs, right? And in this particular video, I'm starting with the Aries rising and giving you guys a few little things that you can see pop up for Aries rising individuals. I do personal chart reads. So if you want more details than this, then you know what to do. Okay, so let me start with Aries rising. Aries rising tends to be straightforward with actions and movements that they have. So with Aries rising individuals, you can see them react rather quickly. They just really don't feel the need to sit up and just hesitate. I'm not saying that they're not thinking about what it is that they're doing. You got to understand too that Aries energy can also represent that magician type energy, like the person that's in control of their own fate, or even tries as much as possible to take advantage of opportunities and what they have, materials that they have, situations that they have right there in their immediate present. It doesn't have to become an obstacle or obstacles that stop them for good. They utilize what's in their environment, like making something happen and appear where it seems like it's out of nowhere to a lot of people, so they can move rather quickly. They can be somewhere, get word about something happening or something that they need to do, and they're going to just be like, okay, well, let me go ahead and tackle this. That is their goal. Okay, but there could be challenges in them meeting their goals. So they're privy to having obstacles in their way, whether it's dealing with other people, individuals, maybe that they work with, or something that they're trying to, it could be like at the workplace, it could be in their family structure, things that usually, the way that I'm looking at this as, is usually like the structures that's in place, whatever that is. Let's take an Aries rising that's, growing up in a home to where, let's say that they have a type of car that they want to drive. This is kind of superficial what I'm saying, but let's just go here. Let's say they have a sort of type of car that they want to drive, but they come from a background or family when it comes to money, or in their family, maybe they didn't grow up with a lot of money, having access to a lot of money, or even, even being able to put themselves in a position of where they can, like their parents didn't, or their family didn't have the resources to even put them in a position to where they're able to even, have access to this money or a financial situation that would get them this really cool car, this really expensive car that they want. What they would do is they will look for ways to be like, wait, screw it, I'm gonna do it myself. So this is what I mean by there's some sort of structure in place. Let's say that at the job they have a really unique idea that they feel like they can incorporate into a company or something like that, but the structure in place, like that, the guidelines, the protocol or whatever, won't allow them to do that, or it makes it harder for them to do that. They might just be like, okay, you know what, fine, I'm going to start my own company. Or they will work a situation, incorporating things, making themselves valuable and irreplaceable, should I say. Because whatever they do, they're going to really be strong in it. Even if they started out in positions that was weak, or seemed like it was it wasn't anything to where they had the ability to flex their authority. It's like they get themselves to these positions, or they get themselves to these places through time, energy, and patience. Even if it seems like they don't have any patience, a lot of times though they could, because they'll see a goal, or they'll see like this end goal, or they'll see something that they want, and they keep themselves busy with doing things that really ultimately get themselves there. Like I said, they could be like, okay, well, fine, you know what? I'm going to take what I learned here and I'm going to start my own company, or I'm going to do things, when I finally do get in a position to where I could call the shots, or I have a lot more say, I'm going to do things that, I wanted to initially do, or I know that will work and that will benefit our company. So you can really see these individuals move into a position over time, to where they rise to some sort of position of authority as well. And because of this, publicly, to other people, they could be seen as people that are able to face and overcome challenges, that are some sort of authority, or just like maybe I should say a hard worker. They could be seen as like somebody that works hard, okay? And rightfully so. So we could see Aries risings go from struggling to established, to where people look at them and they're like, wow. Now, mind you, Aries rising could be smart or like intelligent as well, because especially if they have mastered, like if they have, this could be self-taught situations too, self-taught learning and self-taught education too, because there could be a lot of information that they know that they can teach others, or others want to look at them as an authority figure, or authority in some way to go to, like the person to go to for certain information, or to see how to get things done. A lot of times Aries risings have to be careful, because they end up taking on the work for others as well. Okay. But, it's mentally, and if Aries rising is coming from like a higher aspect of itself, like its higher self, meaning it has mastered a lot of, or should I say the individual, the person has mastered a lot of challenges within, and they have wisdom and they're intelligent, like there is little to nothing that they will be able to do, or they will not be able to do. So I will have to say this to Aries rising: you have to be very careful of rushing around or trying to speed, like hurry up and do a goal or get things done. You have to, because you'll find yourself, running in circles almost, or feeling defeated, instead of understanding it's just like, life sometimes brings along situations to where we just have to have the patience. And it's more about being in a moment and enjoying, like taking in really what it is that you're doing and what you're living, what you're experiencing, versus rushing and getting these, getting things done. Because what you end up seeing is when you get to the place that you get to, you're just like, wow, sometimes it's not enough. You feel like it's not enough, or you're just like not really appreciative of where you are, and you feel like you haven't really accomplished that much when really you've done so much. So be mindful of that. So eventually Aries rising earns status. Now, depending on what type of, work you was getting into, because if some of y'all was getting into that bada bing, bada boom type work, you know what I'm saying? You can earn a status. I see it all the time. People behind bars and they running the place. So it just depends, because I don't give one side to astrology placements. I don't, like, if people that gets their charts read by me, they know this. It can't happen. Like, I have to give you real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no once upon a time storybook wishing upon a star storybook, even though it's got a little bit of that in it as well. But we're bits and pieces of it all. And Aries rising, like what makes you guys like the pioneers almost, because see, you're going to have that identity that screams independence, that screams numero uno, you know, that screams your own identity. Even if you have you could be in a group of friends or whatever you are, you're going to have something about yourself that is unique to you. And I know we're not talking about Aquarius risings, but Aries rising can give that as well. Like there could be something, maybe even if it's not a style or a trend, it could be something that you do that kind of sets you apart. Like you're the first person that does it, or you could take something and you can make it into your own as being like the first person that ever did it, or you're like your own spin off of something. It's not Aquarius energy, like Aquarius rising is just like being different just to be different, just because it's like, okay, I want to go against what you're saying right now. I want to do, no. Aries is like finding reasons. Aries is just like, well, no, shoot, you know, this needs to be done and I'm going to be the one to do it. Because why am I going to sit up there and try to convince other people to do it? They're not going to do it. I have to be the one to do it because your action. Also, because you have the power and the gift to do this, you have also the gifts and the powers and the talents to change lineage. Like free yourself from karmic shackles. Because you could be the first person in your family to be like, okay, well, I'm like, let's say you were emotionally abused or something growing up, and you just seen it was something that was repeated because your mother's mothers or your father's father, your cousins, your sisters, your aunties, your uncles, whatever, all participated in this sort of behavior. But you could be the first one to be like, okay, well, you know what? I'm about to break this karmic link to y'all, you know, to this. It's really to these actions and behaviors. So I'm going to raise my child and I want to do things differently. All right. So this is Aries rising. I really thank you guys for coming and listening to me, and make sure you subscribe because I will be back, and y'all know that I will. Don't play.